guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Like it already. This video is going to be one of the most important videos that you will see on my channel, because when I learned this aspect, it completely changed my whole view of who is a right client and who is a bad client. If you're just starting out, you probably don't know what it's like a good client, what's a bad client. But let me tell you a really quick story. So this February, in my other agency, I was working with a client that I got him 65 leads for a consultation, and he was selling a $3,000 surgery. 65. So when I came to talk to this client, I'm like, oh my God, we're doing amazing, right? We're killing it. It was the first month. He had no Facebook pixel. He has never been advertised. He was a brand new practice. Like, he completely failed the right client avatar, but I took him on anyways. So when I called him, I was super excited about what he was gonna say to me. And then when I called him, I'm like, hey, what's going on? I see that we have so many leads. How's it going? And he's like, oh, it's not going good. And he started like screaming at me and all this stuff. And I'm like, wait, whoa, what's going on? He's like, oh, these leads are not responding, blah, 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 blah. And keep in mind, like, when I go and take on a client, I have an app that actually tells me what time they called the client and if they even called or followed up with the client. So at this point, I go on and I check the app and I see, 65 leads came in, and guess what? They only called 8. They only called 8 leads of the 65. And then they had the guts to tell me that the leads were not working, that the leads were not good. I was like, whoa, what do you mean these leads are not good? There's only 8 people that you called. So what did I do to prove it wrong? I picked up the phone and I called those leads. And then 3 of them literally told me, oh my God, I was literally waiting for this call. I mean, I opted in 2 weeks ago and I still haven't received a call. So what did I do as a smart marketer? At that point, I shaked his hand and I said, thank you so much for doing business with you, but this is our last month. It was our first and last month. So we only worked together for 1 month, but I'm not gonna work with someone that is not gonna put in the work. You have to keep in mind that this is a partnership. So I can only get you leads and only get you consultations, but you have to go ahead and call those people. You have to pick up the phone and call them. If you don't, then there's nothing I can do about it. So at this point, this is when I learned about the perfect client formula that I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys today. So how to pick the right SMMA client and the right niche. So there's something called the perfect client formula that I actually learned from Dan Henry. He is a master when it comes to Facebook ads and SMMA just in general. If you guys haven't heard of him, I would definitely recommend you guys getting his course. Always invest in yourself. It's one of the most important things that you guys can do is invest in yourself, because if you invest in yourself, everything else is going to go on and everything else is going to, work out for you just in general. Okay. So these are the traits and the things I look for when I'm going to take on a client, right? So before I even reach out to them, I have to see and I have to know that they are already advertising. And the reason why I do that is because if they're already advertising, that tells me that they're already believing it, right? They already believe in Facebook ads. They already believe in YouTube ads. They already believe in Google ads. So at this point, I always look at, are they already advertising? They don't have to be advertising online, but if they're advertising on the newspaper, if they're advertising on mailers, or doing all of this other stuff, that's the first thing I look at. Okay, are you already advertising? And if they are, that's already a check, because I know that they're willing to pay and they believe in advertising. Okay? The second thing is they must be making sales. You don't want to go ahead and take on a client that's just starting a business, because at this point you're going to be wasting a lot of time and babying that client on how to properly follow up with their leads. You don't want to do that, right? You want to make sure that this client that you're taking already has sales coming in, because at this point your job is going to be 10 times easier. So this next part is super important. They must be only solution clients. Only solution clients. So let me tell you what I mean about only solution clients. Only solution clients means, for example, if your teeth hurts, who do you go to? You go to a dentist. If your back hurts, who do you go to? You probably go to a doctor and then a chiropractor, right? Now, if you want to sell a house, who do you go to? You go to a realtor. If you want to lose weight, who do you go to? You go to a gym, personal trainer. So at this point, you can see that these people are only solution clients, right? If you need help and you're in trouble or you want to get a divorce, who do you go to? You go to a divorce lawyer, right? So at this point, the point I'm trying to make is that your clients must be an only solution. So they have to be in a niche, for example, like a plastic surgeon or a realtor or a dentist, because it's so much easier to advertise. So when you run an ad on Facebook, everybody knows that they need a dentist. Everybody knows that they need a realtor when they're going to go ahead and sell a house. If you want plastic surgery, everybody knows you need a surgeon. So at this point, you have to keep in mind that you have to have only solution clients. If you want a new kitchen, what do you go to? A granite countertop business. So look into that. Look at your current clients and make sure that they're only solution clients, because that will just make your life easier, especially if you're just starting out. All right, the fourth thing is they must be low maintenance. Oh my God, this is so important. You don't want to have a client that's constantly looking at what you're doing, constantly messaging you, saying or calling you, hey, how are the ads going? How is this going? How is this going? I don't like what this ad copy says. You do not want that. You have to set these expectations in the beginning, and you have to tell them, hey, this is how I work. If you like it, good. If not, I'm not going to work with you. You have to have these standards up when you go ahead and get a client. And guys, you don't want headaches. I've had a client that literally told me exactly what to say in the ad copy. So what did I do? I was like, okay, I'm going to do that copy and then I'm going to do mine. And then we tell and we see which one works better. So at this point, I ran his ad with his ad copy, and I ran my ad with my ad copy. His ad got 2 leads, my ad got 25 leads in 2 days. So I told him, you see the difference? Look, you are the dentist, I'm the marketer. You know how to fix teeth, I know how to fix marketing campaigns. So if you're gonna let me do my job, then we can work together. If not, then this partnership has to end. So I literally talk to my clients just like that, because I'm a business owner as well. I'm not their employee, and you have to understand that, especially if you're young. For example, at that point, I think I was 20 or 21. I'm 22 now. So you have to know that these people are going to try to overstep in your zone. They're going to try to oversee you. They're trying to baby you, and you can't let that happen. You have to make sure that they see you as a business owner and not as a kid that is just running Facebook ads and playing with their social media. Okay, number 5, they have to be willing to pay. This is obvious. You don't want a client that you have to continuously chase every single month so you can get paid. You don't want that at all. Make sure that you set them up as recurring payments where all you have to do is click a button and pay, or it just comes out automatically. So the last one is not harassing you. I kind of went over this a lot, but you don't want a client that's constantly calling you, okay? Set these expectations at the beginning. Don't, set these expectations at the beginning, so when you get the client, they know exactly how you work. So for example, for my new clients that I'm going to bring on Upwork, I tell them, hey, I only communicate through Slack. If you like it, good, perfect. If you text me, if you email me, if you send me a Facebook message, I'm not going to answer, only through Slack. So at this point, I keep everything organized and documented. And last one, it's an easy ROI client. You want to have a client that it's very easy for you to measure the ROI that you're bringing into their business. So, because if not, then they're always going to see you as a liability instead of an asset. And you want to be seen as an asset and not a liability. So guys, I hope you found today's video helpful. Implement the perfect client format to every single client you're going to get, and I promise you your life will be a lot easier. So other than that, guys, my name is Jonathan, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.